Welcome to Born to Win Legends, where we don't just tell stories. We relive the journeys of the world's most unstoppable souls. Today, we bring you the life of a girl who turned heartbreak into poetry, rejection into revolution, and music into magic. This is the story of Taylor Swift. Background music begins, soft piano and strings. She was born on December 13th, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania. Not in the limelight, not in Hollywood, just a girl on a Christmas tree farm where days were filled with animals, fresh air, and fairy tale dreams. From the very beginning, Taylor wasn't like everyone else. She carried notebooks everywhere, filled with songs, stories, and feelings too deep for most people her age. At just 11, she begged her parents to take her to Nashville, the heart of country music. While other kids were playing games, she was handing out demo CDs to every label on Music Row, and almost every door slammed shut. They said she was too young, too raw, too emotional. But rejection didn't break her, it built her. At 14, she signed with a small label, becoming the youngest artist ever signed by Sony ATV Music Publishing. She didn't come from a music dynasty. She didn't have connections. What she had was obsession. She wrote every day, practiced every night, rewrote, reworked, and refined. In 2006, she released her debut single, Tim McGraw, a teenage girl with a guitar, singing about love and loss like someone who had lived 1,000 lives. The world listened and never stopped. With her self-titled debut album, Taylor Swift became a rising star in country music. But it was her second album, Fearless, that made her a global force. Love Story became a generational anthem. You Belong With Me turned her into a household name. And then came the moments that would test her soul. In 2009, at the MTV VMAs, the world watched in shock as Kanye West stormed the stage during her speech. She stood there silent, confused, 19 years old, humiliated on global television. But she didn't lash out. She didn't crumble. She went home and wrote. She turned pain into art. She turned controversy into courage. Again and again, Taylor was underestimated. They called her a drama queen, said she dated too much, that she only wrote breakup songs. But with every critique, she came back stronger, lyrically sharper, emotionally braver. Her albums became eras. Her eras became movements. From Speak Now to Red, from 1989 to Reputation, each record wasn't just music, it was a chapter of transformation. 1989 shattered her country roots and crowned her the queen of pop. Reputation told the world that she didn't need approval, only authenticity. But her biggest battle wasn't just personal, it was legal. In 2019, Taylor's master recordings were sold without her consent, her own life's work handed to someone else. Most artists would have accepted it as industry politics. Taylor didn't. She stood up, spoke out, and re-recorded her albums to reclaim her legacy. She turned Taylor's version into a revolution, proving that ownership for artists is power. Through it all, she opened her heart to fans like no one else. She hid secret messages in lyrics, invited fans into her home, donated to education, disaster relief, LGBTQ+ rights, and women's safety. Taylor didn't just sing for her fans, she stood for them. And in 2020, during a global pandemic, while the world slowed down, she created not one, but 2 albums, Folklore and Evermore. No glitz, no glitter, just stories, stripped raw, and beautifully haunting. Critics called them her best work yet. In 2023, she launched the Eras Tour, one of the biggest tours in music history. A celebration of her 17-year journey, a tribute to growth, to grief, to healing, to love. The tour broke records, redefined concert experiences, and proved that Taylor Swift wasn't just a star, she was a universe. But behind the stage lights, there was still the girl who once wrote songs alone in her bedroom. Still that 14-year-old handing out demo CDs. Still that dreamer who believed that emotions were strength, not weakness. Because Taylor Swift didn't rise because of fame. She rose in spite of the pain. Not just a singer, a storyteller. Not just a pop icon, a businesswoman, a fighter, a leader. She's taught millions to be fearless, to speak now, to shake it off, to begin again. She has fallen, been mocked, been betrayed. And yet, she always rises, because she is not just writing songs. She's writing history, and that is why Taylor Swift was born to win.